Right. So I want to test something real quick. See if the chat overlays or not. That's right. Nope, doesn't overlay for some reason. Give me 1 second. I don't know why you do this to me. Oh, there it is. Okay. Sorry. So, I said, I made a community post, on the main channel that I was going to revisit, the first FNAF game. Because I'm going back and I'm revisiting all the games that I originally played for the channel. The last time I played this was over a year ago at this point. And I wanted to just go back, revisit it, and play it. So I'm not good with intros, so let's just jump right into it. Help wanted. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Looking for a security guard to work the night shift, 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. Monitor the cameras. Not responsible for injury or dismember it. Alright. I'm going to, wow, 1% already. I'm gonna try to get through the entire game in one sitting. You just gotta watch 1A and 1C. That's all you have to do, really. Just be on the cameras. Also check the doors, but they're not moving just yet. Wait, is the curtain already moved? I feel like the curtain's already moved.
I'm finishing up my last week.
And it's all about sounds.
So I know it can be a bit overwhelming, but I'm here to tell you there's nothing to worry about. You'll be fine. So let's just focus on getting you through your first week, okay? Let's see. First, there's an introductory greeting from the
does
company
Foxy
that I'm supposed
leave?
to read.
Like,
it's kind of a legal
on the first night? I don't remember.
Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, a magical place for kids and grown-ups alike, where fantasy and fun come to life. Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for damage to property or person. Upon discovering that damage or death have occurred, a missing person report will be filed within 90 days or as soon as property and premises have been thoroughly cleaned and bleached and the carpets have been replaced. Blah, blah, blah. Now, that might sound bad, I know, but there's really nothing to worry about. The animatronic characters here do get a bit quirky at night, but do I blame them? No. If I were forced to sing those same stupid songs for 20 years and I never got a bath, I'd probably be a bit irritable at night too. So remember, these characters hold a special place in the hearts of children and we need to show them a little respect, right?
Right.
Okay. So just be aware, the characters do tend to wander a bit. They're left in some kind of free roaming mode at night. Something about their servos locking up, they get turned off for too long. They used to be allowed to walk around during the day too, but then there was the bite of 87.
Still don't think that happened, but okay.
It's amazing that the human body can live without the frontal lobe, you know? Now, concerning your safety, the only real risk to you as a night watchman there, if any, is the fact that these characters, if they happen to see you after hours, probably won't recognize you as a person. They'll most likely see you as a metal endoskeleton without its costume.
It doesn't make any sense.
Against the rules here at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, they'll probably try to forcefully stuff you inside a Freddy Fazbear suit. Now, that wouldn't be so bad if the suits themselves weren't filled with crossbeams, wires, and animatronic devices, especially around the facial area. So you can imagine how having your head forcibly pressed inside one of those could cause a bit of discomfort and death. The only parts of you that would like to see the light of day again would be your eyeballs and teeth that pop out the front of the mask.
Gross.
Yeah, they don't tell you these things when you sign up. But hey, first station of the breeze. I'll chat with you tomorrow. Check those cameras and remember to close the doors only if absolutely necessary. Gotta conserve power. Alright, good night.
Right, still AM. Doing good so far, power-wise. It's not ideal, but it's gonna be fine. Yeah, I just don't, hey CBL, how's it going? I just decided to play this because it's Friday and I thought it was a good, oh, Bonnie's gone. Where did Bonnie go? Is that Bonnie right there? I think so. Yeah, I think that's Bonnie right there. It's hard to tell though. Unless he's in my hall. I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I decided to play this. I'm gonna go back and revisit like most of the FNAF games, as many as I can, anyways. Did you see I don't know if you did, but did you see Ari's new video today? I thought it was pretty good. It's like Dark Remains is still in development as far as I'm aware of. Okay. Yeah, I was looking for your comment. I was like, I'm surprised they haven't commented yet. Okay, you're still... Where did Bonnie go? Yeah, that's what I assumed. Chica's gone too. There's Chica. Where's Bonnie? This is concerning. Oh, okay. Got it. I'm assuming you got the notification though, so it's like you know what to expect. Okay, good. I hear footsteps running around. Okay, I don't know where Bonnie is. I think Bonnie's in this hallway, but it's hard to tell. Chica's gone. Got it. Up there's Foxy. There's Bonnie. It's like he disappeared. Where did he go? Gotta keep Freddy on stage. Turn the light off. Footsteps. Oh, Bonnie's in the corner. Oh, Bonnie's in the hallway. Oh, now Chica's there. Waiting for those footsteps. Oh, Foxy. Foxy was always my favorite. Bonnie's still... I was about to say, Bonnie's still in the closet. He moved. these guys not gonna go away, or... Because it would be great if they went away right about now. Here comes Foxy, because of course. Are you freaking serious? This is night 1. Okay. I don't keep up to date with the development of it, so I wouldn't know. They just said that that it was still going, so I assume if it's all going well. Like I'm not on like the Patreon or anything, so I wouldn't know.
Congrats! I won't talk quite as long this time since Freddy and his friends tend to become more active as the week progresses. It might be a good idea to peek at those cameras while I talk.
They're moving.
Make sure everyone's in their proper place, you know. Interestingly enough, Freddy himself doesn't come off stage very often. I've heard he becomes a lot more active in the dark, though, so hey, I guess that's one more reason not to run out of power, right? I also want to emphasize the importance of
okay, that's good. So it's coming soon, I would assume, that it's like it's further into development than like a year ago when they like announced it or whatever.
Something or someone on your cameras, be sure to check the door light. You might only have a few seconds to react. Not that you would be in any danger. I'm not implying that. Also, check on the curtain in Pirate Cove from time to time. The character in there seems unique and he becomes more active if the cameras remain off for long periods of time. I guess he doesn't like being watched. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sure you have everything under control. Talk to you soon.
Bonnie's still there. Chica's gone. Oh, now he's gone. Okay. Yeah, they said they had plans for Halloween. I don't know what, because they announced it. Oh, Freddy. Hi, Freddy. It is 1 a.m. and this is already really dicey. I'm listening out for those footsteps. Chica's in the kitchen. Okay. Heard footsteps. By the way, I don't know if you're interested, but I talked to Kevin yesterday about Katie's show later this year, and she said that he said that she's really excited about her show, and that's like I told you. I told the Discord that I was going to potentially fly out to California to go watch the show. So I just wanted to give you an update on that because she's doing okay, and I just felt that you would care about that. So I just wanted to let you know that everything is okay and everything's going well with those two. Super dicey. Bonnie, go away, please. Yeah, it's like I can barely even afford going out there myself. It's not that like I don't have like a busy schedule or anything, because I'm gonna have to take time off of work to go out there, because I'm probably gonna be out there for a few days. But yeah, it's like I just felt that it was a special enough occasion for me to actually go out there and support a friend of mine. So yeah, it's just very special times. It's like it explains why she's been gone for so long, because she had a show in well, the last time she streamed was in the beginning of May, and she was doing a show like right around that time, and after that point, I think she started going into the planning and development phases of her show that she's directing. I don't know exactly. I don't exactly know how long shows take to actually like plan out, develop, like cast, and all that. Because I'm not in that space. Freddy, go back on your stage. I have not been checking the right side. Foxy's gonna come over and run at my door probably. Come on, I needed to turn to 5 a.m. right about now. I keep hearing footsteps and I don't know who's coming to my doors. I need to turn 5 a.m. like right about now, otherwise, okay, good. Otherwise I would have been in trouble, and I would have had to deal with the, well, I'm probably going to have to deal with it unless I can prolong Foxy. Go back on your stage, Freddy. Freddy's gonna move. Like, I need Foxy to charge at me right about now. If he's going to, that is. Because he's on his way out. Ah, mouse is getting all over the place. Chica's still in the kitchen. I say as she leaves the kitchen. Nope, she's still there. I'm gonna die. Phew! That was dicey. Somehow night one was even more chaotic than the second, but okay. Thank you. Well, Chica's gone first this night. I think the AI is like that. I think Chica's is higher than Bonnie's.
Oh, hey, you're doing great. Most people don't last this long. I mean, you know, they usually move on to other things by now. I'm not implying that they died. That's not what I meant.
I like how Phone Guy has to
Anyway,
imply
they're
that
not taking
they
up too
didn't
much of
die.
your time. Things start
It's like,
getting real
yeah,
tonight.
that's probably
Listen,
what
I had
happened.
an
Yeah.
idea. If you happen to get caught and want to avoid getting stuffed into a Freddy suit,
Oh, I'm using way
try
too much
playing
power.
dead. You know, go limp. Then there's a chance that maybe they'll think that you're an empty costume instead.
That's a myth.
Then again, if they think you're an empty costume, they might try to stuff a mental skeleton into you. I wonder how that would work. Yeah, never mind.
This is rough
Scratch
so
that.
far.
It's best just not to get caught. Okay, I'll leave you to it. See you on the flip side.
Oh, that line hits different now that Scott's gone. Well, gone in the sense of, like, he's not making games anymore. Like, he is 100% still behind the plot. There's no way he would, like, hand that off to somebody who probably would, like, destroy the series. That's just how I see that. Wondering if Bonnie is gonna leave by 2 a.m. or not. What if honking the nose actually, like, makes it a lot harder? That's Chica moving. Where's Chica? I'm not entirely sure. Was she in the kitchen? Yes. Foxy, you're getting active. I would appreciate it if you went back to sleep. It'd be just great if Bonnie and Foxy just stay in their positions and everyone just has a grand old time. Meanwhile, I'm just back here, like, just chilling. Okay. I don't hear any more pots and pans clanging around. Then again, like I'm like trying to hear some footsteps more than anything else, because the footsteps are important. She's moving around, getting closer to my doors. Is that really necessary? It's like those have to be like hallucinations, right? What else could that be? Okay, I'm doing better than night 2, but that's just because I didn't have to deal with any animatronics so far. Chica's back in the kitchen. Okay. Nope. Unless Bonnie's moving. Nope. Chica left the kitchen. Oh, nope. Are they moving? Is Bonnie moving? Bonnie's moving. I was gonna say, it was odd that, odd that Bonnie hadn't moved yet. She's back in the kitchen. Or maybe not. You always have to keep the camera on Freddy. I learned that the first time I played this. There's an animatronic. It's like, even if you have the cameras open, you don't need to keep it on Foxy. It's like, you just need to have the cameras on. That's as far as I'm aware of. I could be completely wrong, but that's how I got through night 6. Like, I just had to keep Freddy in place. Always got to turn that light off. Otherwise it wastes a bunch of unnecessary power. Freddy move. It's 5 a.m. I'm doing well on power. Probably gonna die though. I honestly do think that this game has the most like atmosphere and ambiance out of any of the other FNAF games. Just because it's like, it's just so eerie. It's like you're just alone in this like basically abandoned pizzeria. Just these towering like behemoths that are just out for blood. It's like, yeah, it's like games like FNAF 2 and FNAF 4 like really they really elevate the first game, like with their like mechanics or whatever. But I just think FNAF 1 has the perfect balance of it all. Okay, I'm good. Somehow FNAF 3 was a lot, not FNAF 3, Night 3 was easier than Night 2. Yeah, Night 2, yeah. Because Bonnie was being chill about it, and Foxy was being chill about it. Phone guy's gonna die.
Oh, hey, wow, day 4. I knew you could do it. Hey, listen, I may not be around to send you a message tomorrow.
Chica's gone.
Bad night here for me. I'm kind of glad that I recorded my messages for you when I did. Hey, do me a favor. Maybe sometime you can check inside those suits in the back room. I'm gonna try to hold out until someone checks. Maybe it won't be so bad. Yeah, I always wondered what was in all those empty heads back there. You know. Oh no.
I wonder, like, it's strange because if I feel like there's a lot of different elements to that phone call. It's like, obviously, phone guy probably dies, but it's interesting because it feels like there was like a lot of elements to all the animatronics, because it's like the banging is like Foxy, but then the toward their march is Freddy, and then it's like the jump scare is Golden Freddy, and it's very strange. I feel like if it wasn't just one animatronic that killed him, it had to be like all of them trying to get in at the same time. I don't know. I just find that phone call interesting. Both Bonnie and Chica are gone. That is good news for me. It's all about listening. That's all it is. It's like listening, checking the cameras. Like the very first time I played this, which was maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years ago at this point, I don't remember. I never noticed the footsteps. Like the footsteps are like, oh come on, I've been looking at the cameras all freaking night. Boo. There is no way. I'm just waiting for Foxy to charge at me because that's just how this goes. Stop staring at me, Freddy. Turn that light off. You honestly don't need to look at any of the other cameras. You just need to look at Pirates Cove and the show stage. It's like, yeah, you can look around to see where the animatronics are, like Bonnie and Chica, but there's no need to. You just have to check the doors. They're moving all over the place. Like I was just talking about how you have to listen. And they're all over. I'm gonna die. Foxy, here comes Foxy. Like, are you freaking kidding me? You guys suck, you know that? Thank you. I was doing so well, and Freddy's gone. Here comes Foxy again. I might as well close this door for now, every time I go into the cameras. Foxy's gone. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm so dead. It's like Bonnie and Chica being at the doors for like a billion years killed me. If it turns 5 AM right about now, that'd be great. I'm dead. You know what? I might as well just embrace death. There's no way. It's like Bonnie and Chica being at my door for so long caused me to get distracted and not be able to watch Freddy on stage. Like, Freddy's gonna have to play his long-ass song if I'm gonna survive this. He's not going to, though. He did it immediately. I'm dead. But you did it. Yep, there we go. Wow, you did not give me any time. Okay then. It's such a gruesome game over screen. Thank you. Back into the fourth night. Like, I was doing so well until I wasn't. Wow, they're already on the move. No phone call. I can't even mute it. Safety honk. I just find it strange how Freddy goes down the right hallway and he stands in the corner outside of the office. But then when the power goes out, he comes from the left. It's strange. It's like, pick a side, man. Pick a side. Bonnie's gone too. If you could turn 1 AM right about now, that'd be great. Freddy is becoming more active. Gotta keep an eye on him. Otherwise, he's gonna leave and go right outside your office. I know that he goes into the bathroom. Or the restroom, whatever you want to call it. I don't think I've ever seen him in that camera, though. And it's weird that there's a camera right outside the restrooms. It's very strange. Chica's in the kitchen. Even for temporarily, anyways. Back to your stage, Freddy. It's like, it seems like he gets wound up after a little bit. By not looking at him. Bonnie, if you could go away right about now, that'd be great. But he's still there. Like, at this rate, I'm gonna die again because Bonnie won't go away. Thank you. Needed to turn 3 a.m. right about now. Otherwise, I'm in trouble. Yeah, I'm dead. It's not even 3 a.m. and I'm at 43% power. Freddy's gonna have to play his long song. Freddy is so creepy. Especially when he has like the no eyes. Like the black eyes. It's really creepy. Like even though Foxy is my favorite, Freddy is still like a really good like design, really good character. And he's often overlooked and underrated compared to like a ton of other animatronics. It's like I wouldn't even have him out of like my top 5. It's like he would be like probably top 3. Freddy's gonna have to play a song, a really long song. Otherwise, I'm in trouble. Die. I gotta be quicker on the draw here. Because I can only be in the camera for a little bit of time. Otherwise I'm gonna die again. Well, I'm probably going to die again. Because animatronics just stay outside of your door forever. 7%. I would need to last like a good 30 seconds into Freddy's song. Okay, I'm just gonna hold off. Can't kill me if I don't move. Unless Foxy comes down and gets me. Okay, I'm just gonna hold off. Just gonna hold off. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! Foxy's gonna kill me. Come on! Thank you. Okay. Freddy, don't appear, like, immediately, please. Don't end your song immediately, please. Come on. Come on. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm so dead. Damn it! I don't know how close I was to beating that. Okay, so be great if you could take me to the game over screen. Thank you. Well, that's unfortunate. I feel like I was so close. It's like, what really sucks is the animatronics just stand outside your door forever. Rough. I think what my problem is I'm on the cameras for way too long. Like, I just need to do like sporadic bursts, like that, just like boom, 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 boom. I don't need to look at him for too long. Foxy's already peeking out of his curtain, and it's been like 5 seconds. It's like, give me attention, you scallywag. I don't even know why I'm checking that side. Bonnie hasn't left yet. Safety honk. Chica's in the kitchen, Chica's on the move. Chica's in the kitchen, Chica's on the move. I just like how the nights randomly happen. Where it's like, I think the last attempt, Foxy didn't like leave his curtain until like 2 a.m. or whatever. Maybe 3 a.m. Bonnie didn't leave until 3 a.m. And then everything just went to hell because they decided to stand outside my door for like a really long time. Need to get back into the rhythm. Still hear pots and pans. Freddy's looking at me. I think Chica's on the move. I don't hear the pots and pans anymore. Like, I'm just listening for like subtle hints on where the animatronics are. again. Be great if you could go away right about now. I'm gonna die again. Not unless it turns 3 a.m. right about now. I think I'm only gonna get through night 5. I think night 6 is gonna be really tedious. I don't think I had this much trouble the last time I played this. Somebody's on the move. Because I think I only died maybe like a couple times. But it was like later on in the night. Later on in the week, I should say. Foxy's on his way out. I haven't been looking at the cameras enough, apparently, to quench his thirst for blood. Arm is starting to cramp up a little bit. Hi. It's like, open the door. Like, I close the door if Foxy comes over and bangs on it. And then I open the door, Bonnie's there. It's like, cool. It's like, there's a whole gangbang of friends and family and whatnot. Okay, it seems like I have a better chance tonight than other nights. Hands off. Hands off. Better. Barely, but better. Somehow night 3 was the easiest night so far. Like barely had to manage anybody else. I was on those cameras for way too long. There was no reason to be on those cameras for that long. What do you want, Golden Freddy? Bonnie's on the move. Chica's on the move. I like how I was talking all about like listening for subtle context clues. And now I'm not sure what to think. I need to turn 1 a.m. right about now. I'm on track for beating it. Like, I think my main issue is not going to be Bonnie, it's not going to be Chica, it's going to be Foxy. Because if he bangs on that door, that's basically a dead run. So I just got to keep him at bay. Foxy's becoming active, though. I hear his dum-diddly-dum-dum-dums. If you could go away, that'd be great. No, Bonnie's just being rude. Like, I know you want my flesh, but go away. I did nothing to you, man. Thank you. Hear those pots and pans, which means Chica is on her way over here. I needed to turn 3 a.m. right about now. I might be in trouble. There are footsteps everywhere, and I don't know what's real and what's not. They are active as hell. I'm gonna die from Freddy, probably. I was on that camera for way too long. I can't afford to just stare at him. Even if it delays the inevitable, it's better than, it's better to save power than not. Actually spooked me a little bit. Thank you. Okay. I'm doing okay. There is a very good chance I can survive this unless Freddy and Foxy decide to team up here. To turn 5 a.m. right about now. Okay, there is a good chance that I can survive this as long as Freddy decides to be a bro and prolong his song just a tiny bit. Unless Bonnie and Chica decide to team up on me. Okay, I'm gonna hold off. Okay, I'm holding off. Hands off. And pray. Boom. Close enough. Take your time, Freddy, please. Thank you. Rough. Good job, sport. See you next week. Mike Schmidt. I'm really excited for the FNAF movie. I really am. It's like it's been in development hell for the past like 7-8 years at this point. But yeah. I don't think I'm gonna do night 6. Just because I played through this entire game already. Plus, my arm is starting to get cramped up, so I'm probably not done for the night, streaming wise. I don't exactly know what I'll do, but I kind of want to stream more. But stay tuned, I guess. I don't think I'm gonna be uploading this to the main channel, just because, like, I've done several videos on this particular game. So I don't think a dedicated video to this would be necessary, but we'll see what happens. In the meantime, thank you everyone for watching. I'm not good with outros, so I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.